start off with the news. I mean, without Dawson, how does that affect the room, and how does that affect your mindset going into the season?
Dawson's a big part of the offense, but at the end of the day, it's next man up. With the brotherhood that we got, it just always bringing another one along, and that's what we got to do.
Tell us about Caden and I guess Dodds and Michael Turner. Like, what do they bring to the room?
Man, all those guys, they're young, but they learning fast. I say they all got some quickness to them. Dodds a little bit bigger, and I feel like he has the exposure, and him and Katie Knighting as well.
Has your mentality changed at all without Dawson?
No, man. I got to work even harder now that my brother gone.
What are your expectations for yourself going into this year, especially after the year you had last year?
Hey, to win. I don't really have no personal goals or anything. I just want to win.
Do you feel healthier and stronger than you do? Have you put on weight, and do you feel better going into this year?
I feel great.
Oh, good.
Was there any specific part of your game that you really focused on this offseason, maybe getting a little heavier, a little thicker?
Yeah, obviously I added a little weight, but I also wanted to, learn how to sit down. So I've been in yoga, stretching, and doing things like that, so my agility can be better.
Is that, as an offense, do you feel like y'all are on a good pace of where we're at in terms of, a couple weeks before the season, or how do you just think overall progress of everything is going?
Man, every day we 1% better, and I just feel like with the mentality that we have, man, why not us?
Yoga.
Yoga.
Who else on the team does yoga?
I do it with my girl, but nobody else. Yeah.
What's it like running behind an offensive line like y'all have? They're pretty good.
Man, it's just like a big, what they call it, the Red Sea just opens,
After having about a week of fall camp under your belt, how are you feeling going into season coming up?
At first we feel drained, of course, but with the breaks we do get, we get our energy back, and the coaches are taking care of us, so I feel good.
I guess, we're halfway through camp at this point. How does the offense feel? How do you feel? How do the tight ends feel?
Yeah. It feels good to kind of get back into the roll of things. I like where the offense is at. We got all the install in and everything, and so it's exciting to see us build and learn. I'm excited about the tight ends too because Kelsey's back, and so he's getting into the swing of things with being out for the past year, and so we're all staying healthy, pretty healthy, and it's just exciting. We're building off each other, making each other better, and giving each other tips, doing what we can do, and so. It's exciting, super exciting. Yeah.
What does Kelsey bring to that room? How good is it to have him back?
Yeah, Kelsey's smart. He's He's very smart. He brings a lot of grit to the room. He was a really good blocker, and what he brings, he just loves. How do I say this? He's a corrector, basically. Kind of say he takes that leadership role, and so having him in the room, a guy like Kelsey, who's had a lot of past experience, he's able to, feed off of us, and we're able to feed off of him. So,
with Gavin Yates graduating, he was kind of in that, fullback, H-back kind of role, goal line sets oftentimes. Is that something Kelsey brings? Is that something you've worked on being able to bring better this offseason?
Yeah, that's a good question. We bumped up my weight range, so I'm up a little bit, and so just kind of getting used to that weight range and kind of hoping I can fill in that spot a little bit. Me and Kelsey are definitely going to be getting in and doing the gritty work down on the goal line, and so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to take on that role, and it definitely hurts having a guy like Gavin Yates. We miss him a lot, and so but he also left us with a lot. He's a very smart player, and so it's been good. It's been really good. I'm super excited to kind of take on that role.
You've been really patient the last few years and getting to this point where you are going to have a huge role. I know Brenda's talked to you about a lot. What have you kind of learned just through that patience and kind of waiting in a very untraditional way of this world?
Yeah. When I came in, we had 9 tight ends, and so with the whole coaching change and everything, I kind of just stuck through it all and just kind of put my head down and got to work. And so I've been grateful for how the Lord's been working in my life and how I've been just kind of stuck to the path that He's clearly laid out for me. And so I'm grateful for the position that I'm in right now. I'm excited to get out there and play with my best friends and play some football. And so. I truly am grateful, just kind of where the position that I'm in, and I'm excited to go out and prove myself. Yeah.
With Dawson being out, and maybe some of the blocking responsibilities that he would carry, does that add anything to your plate, or does your role change at all with him out?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, we have young guys who are in the mix, and they're getting, you know, they're getting more reps and they're getting better and better. And you know, you got Bryson Washington back there, and maybe I'm not really sure. You know, it does suck with about having Dawson out the season, but you know, we rallying around him. We love him. We're a family, and so. Yeah, it does. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But as far as it changing my roles, not really sure. Not really sure. But I do know that we do have young guys in the back who are capable of you know, taking care of that role. So.
Yeah, they're out there with the wide receivers a lot of new faces in that room. What can you say about those guys and how they're coming along this spring?
Yeah, they're doing great. You know, they're coming along a lot faster than I was expecting, and just kind of getting thrown into a whole new offense. And it's a lot. It really is. You know, I think we had everything installed within the first. I think it was like 5 practices, you know, and so the guys that came in the summer and the spring, they're just building off each other, and they're, you know, you got a guy like Josh Cameron, and you got all those leaders in that room that can, you know, elevate that room and take them to higher places, and so I've been super proud of them. It's been fun running around with them and seeing people like Lou go out and having fun and, you know, just balling out, and so it's exciting to see, and I'm excited to see what this room does this year, for sure.
Do you feel like the player leadership has been a very strong point this spring for the team?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say with the O-line, it's just, you know, if the rep is not even remotely close to what they want it to look like, we're redoing it, you know. And so just the leadership that they bring to the room and everything that they bring, you know, as far as like perfection and everything that they bring, it's unmatched. And so we're grateful to have an O-line like them, and the leadership that they bring to this offense is going to carry us very far. Mm-hmm.
We've seen how important Michael Trigg is as a player. What's he like? What's he like as a person? You know, I think Sawyer called him a unique personality.
Yeah.
What's he like off the field?
He's a unique person. He's a one of one, as we like to call him. He's funny. I really can't explain. He's a funny guy. He's always going to be there cheering for you. He's always going to be out on that field if you score, and yeah, you Trigg someone you want to have behind your back, you know, and you want to have on your team too. He's a very talented player, and. Yeah, and I think he's excited to see what he can do. I'm excited to see what he can do this year. He's one of the best tight ends in the country. So, yeah, you know, it's fun having him in the room for sure.